The brand new Traeger Timberline XL. Get ready for change because you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. You're about to become some of the very first people to see the newest, most advanced pellet smoker Traeger has ever built. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Okay, well, I already know what it is. And I know in that little open that we did, Max did just peeks, right? Peeks, just like a glimpse. You know, it's back in the old days in the movies when they wanted to show a sexy woman, they might just show an elbow or a shoulder. Hopefully that's all Max showed you. The new Timberline XL is shoulder or elbow. Not that I've ever found an elbow extremely.
I was gonna say, you got a thing for elbows?
No, but I think some people find a thing for whatever. No, I don't have an elbow thing. I have a green onion thing.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, so look, I could stand here all day long and talk, but we got to get into this. See what this is. What have they done? I'm going to tell you right now. One part of it I think is sheer genius. Sheer genius, and a long time coming. Well, I didn't mean to get mad at Traeger. I mean, it's there, so I love the fact that it's there, but just stand by, we'll show you. So ready for a good look? Anybody?
Yes!
Let's look at it. You'll notice the size right away. It's clearly substantial looking. In fact, Kelly had a Mini Cooper once I think was smaller than this. The lower half now has a couple removable wood shelves, though I think I'm going to keep them there. And behind the doors, some most welcome storage that can house anything like your pellet bin, but also in here is the redesigned drip bucket that used to hang off the side, but now clicks into place and collects both grease and ash. And that is nice. Around the midsection lives this rail that I honestly thought was only a bumper when I first unpacked it, but soon realized it's made to keep the pop and lock accessories firmly in place, like a storage bin, hooks for hanging tools, and even a paper towel holder. Thank you, because I love that. And up on top, you have a beautiful cutting board that lives on top of the pellet bin lid and ready for under the hood because there are 1,320 square inches of cooking space. And that, my friends, is a lot. In fact, we'll get to that in a minute. And the top racks are fully movable to accommodate almost anything you want to cook. They've also added full insulation for increased temperature control when the weather is crap. Oh, and there's a little light that goes on when you open the lid. It's nice. But the newest feature, the one I think is genius, is on the far left, and it is a built-in induction cooktop. No more running inside, and as Borat would say, wah wah wee wah, it's very nice. An unboxing is one thing. You look at what the product is. You scope it out. You see the features and the benefits. And that's just all it is. There's no way I could let this Timberline XL in my backyard and not put some food on it. Right, boys?
Right.
We're all hungry, growing boys. Okay, Chance is still growing. Max and I, not so much. And hopefully we're not still growing. But, well, let's look at what we're going to put on it, shall we? Yes, let's do that. First up, pork back ribs. You can't have a smoker without ribs, am I right?
Right.
I think I'm right. And then, you might need some chicken. So we've got some chicken. 3 chickens, because why the hell not? And I'm a fan of lamb, and there's nothing I like more than a really well herby, garlicky, lemony, boneless, little guy leg of lamb. And I don't know about you, but come on, a little salmon, some seafood, it fits in with everything else. You gotta have that. Macaroni and cheese. Wait, make that bacon onion macaroni and cheese with a little panko, because why the hell not? And last but not least, a smoker is not a smoker without some beef. And we've got a beautiful little tri-tip that's going on, and then it's Buddy bought a 40-ounce porterhouse.
Not so little. Not
so little. Talk about breaking in a new smoker. Am I right or am I right?
Right.
Seasoning complete? Yeah, let's get cooking. Turn, press the dial, turn and set temp. There we go. I want to go to 250 for everything. Ready to ignite, press and hold here. Sweet. All right, it's time to put our stuff in. Let's begin with our chickens. We're gonna go 1, 2, this guy's kind of big, 3. Love it. All right, ribs next, and we'll go, it's a big boy. It's a big grill. Let's take advantage of it, shall we? Beautiful. Now our gorgeously herbed up lamb. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. And salmon is next. Talk about your basic perfect fit. Tri-tip goes up top. Porterhouse, hey baby, right beside it. Last but not least, our bacon, onion, mac and cheese. I think that's a pretty lineup, wouldn't you say? Say we get her closed and get smoking. All right, clearly smoking is underway and it smells amazing here. But I need to talk about temperature control because look, this model comes with 2 wired temperature probes. You plug them in, it recognizes they're there. You tell it what temperature you want to monitor to, stick it in the meat, the protein, whatever you've got, and it does that. But in a genius move, sometime in the past, I don't know, a year and a half or so, Traeger bought Meter, and Meter are now these Bluetooth wireless probes. So check out how this happens. I've already paired these with the grill. So go like this. I'm gonna take this guy out of here, number 1, and it's gonna show up there. Wait for it. There it is. Set probe goal. I'm gonna say yes, and I wanna set it for 135 degrees. Push in, confirm. And now I have to insert this. This is going into the lamb. I'll bring this guy out a little bit. This is my lamb. And I just want to go up to that line in the middle about there. Push this back. And there it is. We're currently 82 degrees on the way to 135. This is great. But while we're here, why don't we look at everything else? Et voila. So we'll have a look. The macaroni is perfect. That will need to come off. My porterhouse. Looking beautiful. I know it's got a few more degrees to go. Same with the tri-tip. Any second now, these guys will come off. The lamb, well, we just saw that and it's looking rather spectacular. Boy, as are my chickens. My chickens. And look down here, the salmon. Could that be any prettier? And by the way, there's Japanese mayo and sriracha on the bottom, then salt and pepper, then chopped up parsley, green onion, and lots of dill. And the ribs, looking gorgeous, but nowhere near ready, so we'll leave those guys. Okay, you know what I'm doing now? Before you say drinking a beer, I want you to think, because I'm cooking. Right now, I am no different than those pros at a Kansas City Barbecue Association sanctioned event. Once the proteins are on, baby, this is the important spot to be. And because the Traeger grill has Wi-Fi technology, you get that? Wi-Fi technology? I can monitor everything that's going on behind me, right from the safety and closeness of my phone. I can see that it's set at 250 degrees. We're currently at 244. We just had it open for a little bit. I can see the probe that I put in is at 87 on its way to 135. I can see I've got 85% pellet stock left. You call this drinking a beer. I see there's some serious work going on here. The next thing we're gonna do, when that porterhouse is ready, it's coming off and I'm gonna sear it. I'm not going inside to sear it. I'm going right there, right to the built-in induction burner. That's gonna be something. Oh yeah. By the way, Max said, "Are you drinking a can of seltzer?" I go, "No, I'm drinking a hazy IPA." Seltzer? Drink seltzer? I'm working at my smoker. Seltzer here, please. All right, it's induction time. So, cast iron pan. Induction works with cast iron, iron, and stainless. Aluminum, no, forget it. We've already paired this, so now, turn it up to, not turbo, I don't know what turbo would do, it scares me a little bit. So we'll turn it up to here, and we'll push. Whoa, hear it? And there it goes. And this, heat starting already. One of the beautiful things about induction is how fast it heats up. And if you're looking at this thinking, why didn't Traeger put a gas grill in? Because this is a smoker, it's nothing with gas. This is just electricity. Induction is just electricity, it's gonna get us there. Check out this gorgeousness. Gorgeousness, the deep red color in here. Look, you don't have to sear it, but you can because you have an induction burner right there. So let's do that. I'm gonna give it two things, some oil and some butter. Let those both come together. Let's go. Searing the outside, that's it, of this beautiful porterhouse. And by the way, if you're looking at it and you're going, there's that T-bone, isn't a porterhouse a T-bone? Well, T-bone is from a little further down the cut. It still has a New York and a filet, but they're much smaller on a T-bone. Oh. And by the way, you don't have to just use the induction for searing. You have a little sauce that you want to keep warm for basting, do that. You want to be cooking some vegetables to be ready along with your steak or your chicken or your fish, do that. The fact that it's here is the best part. All right, and after a minute or so on each side, out we come. That's about as pretty as they get, folks. And first up, our friend. Come on, look it. One of the reasons you smoke meat is so you get something that looks like this. So remember what we've got in here. We've got this filet on this side that you can just come in like that. Let's wait for it. And on this side, we've got this beautiful New York. And the bone. So the filet is gonna look like this. Oh. That, ladies and gentlemen, that's ridiculous. And the New York. Like that. I mean, this is restaurant quality work that I've done here. And it's not because I'm a genius. I mean, look, I did spend some time in the chair, so that qualifies me for something. But now let's get a bite in here, shall we? Let's get a bite first of this New York. The juiciness, the gorgeousness, the color of it. The smoke is crazy delicious. I favor pecan pellets. I find mesquite and hickory, for me, a little strong in the smoke department. Pecan, kind of my go-to fave. Now the filet. Oh my God. But wait, this mac and cheese. Did I make all the time? By the way, the recipe of this is on the website, cookingguy.com. I make this all the time. I've never smoked it. Wow. But I will from now on. Macaroni and cheese. Delicious. The smoke adds just another element. And last but not least, I know there's chicken that's there and ribs that aren't ready, but the salmon. I don't know if you can see inside that. It's a beautiful medium rare. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm telling you, this I normally do in my oven at 250 degrees. I did it there on the Timberline XL at 250 degrees. You gotta make this. It's one of the greatest things ever. But here's what's important. How good that is what's important. But really, what has Traeger done? Yes, they've created a new smoker, the Timberline XL. I think they've created an outdoor kitchen. There's almost nothing I couldn't do over there. And by the way, we smoke today to low temperature. Crank it up. You want to get a good sear on something, not on the induction burner, you can do it on the grates. Look, I've been a fan of pellet smokers for a long time. I now have a new love of my life. I won't tell Kelly, but we will be using that kid a lot. I could have cut this porterhouse right on the cutting board on top of that, but I didn't want to mess it up. Trying to keep it nice, at least for a little while. Thanks for hanging with us today. Hope we've answered many questions that you might not even know you had, because this is brand new out today. First day. Traeger, nice job. Thank you. One tiny suggestion. I think the lid should have a self-closing feature. I mean, it's extra heavy because of the insulation. Think about that for next time. You call it the Timberline XL S.